Shalom, and welcome to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul, your Biblical Hebrew podcast. Shalom, and welcome to our Biblical Hebrew podcast. Today, I wish to speak to you about the first speech that was spoken to Abraham at Genesis 12:1. Off you go, lech lecha, me'artzecha, from your country, from your will, umimoladetcha, and from your homeland, umibet avicha, and from the house of your father, el haaretz asher ar'eka, to the will or to the country that I will show you. Usually when people read this verse, they think about, this is a divine speech. It was spoken to Abraham 5,000 years before our times. But this is not it. This speech is happening in us all the time. But let's look into the big picture, why this speech was so necessary, why it is necessary, and what kind of bridge Abraham is requested to do in his life. And by making this bridge, he creates hope for humanity, and why it is so important that us as free individuals do this or make this bridge or live this bridge again to revive the human spirit. Because Abraham is not just a historical figure. Of course, there was a person in the past that was named Abraham, and he lived in those places, and this was the course of his life. But the Bible wants to tell us a story about the Spirit, how the Spirit moves. So by telling us the story of Abraham, the Bible wants to tell us how the human spirit moves. And by us reading this story, we can revive the spirit again. To understand the move that Abraham does during the course of his life, we have to understand, where does he come from? He comes from a place named Ur Kasdim. Ur Kasdim. Ur is one word, and Kasdim is the second. The inner meaning of Ur Kasdim is very hot fire, unlike light, or which illuminates and not burning. Ur is a very strong fire inside of human beings. In a way, to translate this appearance to our modern time, it means that in a person, only emotions are governing experience. A person does not have a clear mind, a clear voyant. He is just moved from one point to another, from one feeling to another, from anger to sadness to happiness to cheerful. This is a very, very dangerous situation for human beings because they don't have a sense of a line. To have a sense of a line, it means a person has a sense of direction, a sense of aim, a sense of clarity. So Abraham walks out from Ur Kasdim and moves along the divine speech. But what is the aim of the divine speech? We see this in Genesis 12, verse 2. And I shall make from you a great people. When people usually read this verse, they think that Abraham was the father of ancient race or the father of certain tree in humanity, genealogical tree, but it ain't, because the Bible do not speak even one word about our physical life here. The Bible is the map of the Spirit. And when the divine speech, this conversation in Abraham's head happens, it means I shall make from you a human spirit, Adam. But how? How do you take a person which is flesh and blood and you make from him a human divine spirit? How does this happen? Let's look into the letters. A person who lives in Ur Kasdim is named Kasdi. Kasdi. Like a person who lives in New York, he is New Yorker. A person who lives in Berlin is a Berliner. A person who lives in Ur Kasdim named Kasdi. Kasdi. The word Kasdi we write in 4 letters. Kaf, Shin, with the left dot above the Shin, the sound S, Daled, and Yod. The letter Kaf equals 20, Shin equals 300, so together they make 320. Daled is 4, so together they make 324. And Yod is 10, so together the volume of the word Kasdi is 334. Please remember this number. The destination, which is not yet known to Abraham in this speech, will be the land of Canaan, Knaan in Hebrew. Knaan is written in 4 letters. Kaf, Nun, Ain, Nun Sofit. Kaf equals 20, Nun equals 50, together they make 70. Ain is 70, so together they make 140. And Nun is 50, so together they make 190. Now, please remember the volume of the word Kasdi, a person who came from Ur Kasdim, a person that his feelings, his emotions, his experience, everything takes over about his sovereignty, and he does not have a sense of a line or aim. And from this number, 334, which is the volume of the word Kasdi, we deduct the volume of the word Knaan, 190. We get the sum of 144. Again, the volume of the word Kasdi is 334. The volume of the word Knaan is 190. Once we deduct the volume of the word Knaan, 190, from the volume of the word Kasdi, which is 334, we get the sum of 144. 144 stands for one word in Hebrew, Adam, human. 1 is Aleph, 40 is Mem, goes at the end, and 4 stands for Daled. So we have Adam. So what was the aim of taking Abraham from Ur Kasdim and bring him to the land of Canaan? To build human spirit from him. And this is why in the 2nd verse of the 12th chapter in Genesis, God tells him, I will make from you a great nation. This is not about blood relations or blood dynasties. The Bible do not speak about any blood cell. To the lengths and to the widths and to the depths of the Bible, there is not even one word about a blood cell or material existence. Everything is spiritual. So by this speech, or the divine speech, describes the building of human spirit. This is immense nation, Goy Atzum Varav. This is immense creation. I shall make from you a human spirit for generations to come. Wishing you a beautiful day and wonderful year. Thank you for listening to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to hear more about a certain topic, just write us an email to hebrew@learnoutlive.com. We are always happy to hear from you. For more episodes, videos, and articles like this, please visit our website at hebrew.learnoutlive.com. We also would like to invite you to join our live classes. Just search for Online College of Biblical Hebrew on Facebook and start learning now with students from all over the world. Koltuv and Shalom.